This is going to be for Final Fantasy VII Remake Interlude, Intergrade, Intermission, Inter something that came out yesterday, and a lot of people are having the entire, well, I can't configure my Steam Deck to work with it and play at 60 frames per second. Got news for you, you're not going to be playing at 60 frames per second, but it will look damn near close to 60 frames. Anyway, and I'll have a list at the end that I'll talk about of the mods that I use for this game. None that really impacted in terms of performance, just visual stuff you'll notice and see and be like, how'd you do that? Any case, Steam Deck is on. You have your Steam Deck powered up. Now, the first thing you want to do is, not what I just did there, you want to hit the Steam Deck button. You're going to have all these options on the left, and I know I'm covering one up here, but it's kind of good because we're going into settings. You want to go into system. There we go, system. Now, this is something that messed me up, and I'll even include the Reddit post that talks about how to set up Final Fantasy VII for the best quality, 300 speed gaming. Hey, Limber. What you want to do is, and I'm, again, guilty of having this, make sure the OS update channel is on beta, and make sure the Steam update channel, this is something that they added in past firmware that I overlooked, that you switch it from Steam Deck Stable to Steam Deck Beta. You want it on beta. You can be on beta on this and have this stable, and the options I talk about later will not be there. Any case, make sure these settings are set. We're going to be done here. Also, just for record, if you have not downloaded the game, you want to make sure you at least have 90 gigs free. Now, I upgraded my 64 gig to a 128. I still don't have space on here, only because, like, as you can see, my other files are being eaten up and used, and I don't know what those are, and I need to get rid of them. But in any case, we're done with that. That's done. We're signed, sealed, delivered on that. So now let's go start up Intergrade, right? You're like, oh man, all right, I can start playing the game. Coolest speed in the world. Not yet. We're not done yet. Go over to this cog here. You're going to go down to properties. Go to general and go to game resolution. Now you're going to have a list, and I think it's going to either be set for native or default. And I believe it's set by default by off the bat. Set it for 1024 by 640. Make sure this is checked, set resolution for internal and external display, because if you don't, when you go to hook it up to your deck or dock or whatever it is that you use to output to TV, it's going to look completely different in terms of resolution. Just make sure those are checked. Afterwards, hit play. Now, I ran into a little problem here, and I'll explain it in a few, but don't worry. We're going to have some ultimate speed gaming. Let me turn this down. See, Limber, I read your comment in my head and said it out loud. You should be glad you're going to be in a tutorial video. Press any button. Doesn't matter what button, press a button. You don't want to be in the main menu, but, you know, we can load up, resume where you played, left off, whatever, blah, blah, blah. These are the mods I'm using in game. As you can see, I have the greatest weapon in the world and the greatest outfit from the greatest Final Fantasy on the world on Cloud Strife, but nobody cares about Cloud Strife. Anyway, you're going to hit the 3-dot button on your Steam Deck. Set your refresh rate to 60. Now, I know there in some tutorials they say, oh, set it down to 45 or 46 or 47. If you're streaming on a Stream Deck, or I'm sorry, not a Stream Deck, an Elgato or some device, and you use a frame rate or a refresh rate that's not compatible with it, you're going to get a black screen, and it's going to have to be set to a refresh rate in which your capture card can use. So I personally say leave it at 60, go all the way down, set the scaling filter, FSR. You can have the sharpness at 2, 3, 4, 5. I personally would just go 3. You know, if there was a 3.5, I'd probably set it for that because I want to be dead in the middle. But that's just me. After that, you're done. You're done with those settings. Go into graphic settings. You can either have it windowed or borderless. Personally, go borderless, 720. Now, I would boost this to 1920 by 1080. It does nothing, only because we set that internal resolution on the Steam Deck before we started the game to something lower. Limber, you're dumb. Your frame rate, set it for something higher than 60. You can go 90 or 120. Let's go 120. Audio, that's your personal choice. Language, again, your personal choice. Controller and settings, your personal choice. Mouse and keyboard settings, again, all this is your personal choice. And with that done, as you can see on the main menu, I got this Dragon Slayer from Berserk there. You're probably like, well, hey, wait, how'd you get that there? I'm going to show you again. What you're going to do now is you're going to exit out of your Steam Deck and switch it to desktop mode. Limber takes full responsibility for my failure. Thank you, Limber. Let me hide myself. Okay, so we're here. We're on my Steam Deck. What you want to do is you're going to open up the folder. Ignore this. This is nothing. Now you're here in Dolphin, the File Explorer. Go to wherever your games install at. If you want to do it the easy way, click on the Steam icon. Go to your library. If Steam opens up, Steam is opened up. We can right click on the icon, go to Manage, Browse Local Files. Here's the location where it is on the disk. Here's the folder where everything's at. Remake, End, Content, Packs. Okay, there we go. So the true path is Final Fantasy Remake, 7 Remake, End, Content, Packs. And it's good. You have to make this folder. It's the tilde, the little wavy sign with mods. Click that. And then you input your pack files here. All your pack files. And where do you get these said pack files? You're probably like, oh, I don't know where to go to get pack files. I'm sad. I'm sad and I don't know where to go. You go to nexusmods.com. Nexus Mods had all the mods you want. Final Fantasy. You click on Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I should have typed in Remake and I was a fool. And as you can see here are the mods. So like, let's say I want a mod. Oh my, everything pops up. We're going to do all-time mods. Again, all these. Let's say I just want a random mod, right? We're going to click on Ordinary Dress. Everything can be safe in this one, right? You're here on Nexus Mods. Click on File. As long as it's .pack file, download it, save it to your hard drive, or save it to the Steam Deck in this case. Go to your downloads, unzip it, put it in the pack folder, you're done. And it'll pop up in-game. So that's all there is to it. There's nothing else left that I can do past this.